the new bill argues that the age of criminal responsibility should aim to put children into some kind of youth facilities, basically youth prisons. And from UNICEF's side, we think it's a giant leap backwards, because it actually then, first of all, brands the child as a criminal for life. And it also does not bring them back into the community, it does not reform them. So there is worldwide evidence that reformative justice systems anywhere, and not only in the western part of the world, but a lot of countries around the world, we can show that restorative justice systems actually lowers the possibility of the child reoffending, and it also brings the child back to the educational system, back to their families, and so on. And I think what the proponents of the new law have forgotten to think about is that it's actually very often adults who bring the child into criminality. And so why are we not then doing something about those criminals? And it could also be, of course, family members, but most often not, it's community members. And so bringing the child into the criminal system will probably forever damage that child in terms of the stress that it brings along. You know, our overfull prisons, that in no way provides anything in terms of protection for that child. And so we very strongly urge for not lowering the age any further. It's a good law that needs to be further implemented and strengthened and get more financial support, so that communities and like DSWD are supported to help those juvenile delinquents. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so there are lots of crimes allegedly being committed by minors. So we at the DSWD stands with not lowering the age of criminality, because technically the definition for children is below 18 years old, and until such time that there is a corresponding scientific observation and researches that proves that this particular age has a certain kind of discernment, then that's the only time that the agency might come up with a statement of lowering the age of criminality. Currently, we are now having this specific tool in order for us to determine whether this particular kid has a certain discernment. So, with the current policy of the DSWD, what we need to do is just to intensify the tool for assessing whether this particular kid has discernment. Because once the kid has the discernment when he committed the crime, then he is liable for the crime that he committed. So we don't need to lower the age of criminality. We just need to intensify the assessment whether this particular kid has a discernment when he committed the crime.